congrats on the win, third straight win. The first question I had for Coach was 12 points in the second quarter, and then 25 and 29 in the third and fourth, respectively. What did you say at halftime to sort of get that switch to flip to get that high scoring second half?
What did I say?
Really just coming out with energy. I think from the start, it was kind of a little slow on our part, especially the rebounding and stuff. So there was a lot of controllables that we knew we can do. And that's what Coach Matt kind of appreciates, just making sure we're getting the O boards, getting the D boards and all that stuff.
And then speaking of rebounds, 40 rebounds, almost a season high. Like, what does that tell you about like the commitment and the aggression of that team getting both those offensive and defensive rebounds?
I'm pretty relentless, Kayla. What do you think?
Me, I'm taking you guys. Okay. Yeah, it's really just what Coach Mack was saying in the huddle really was just a mindset, because we know, rebounding is a lot about energy and just effort. So we just had to make sure we came up with a lot of effort and just, get that rebound. So.
Yeah, and then you had a career high game. Congrats.
Thank you.
What was it about this game that like everything clicked into place that you were able to get, what was it, 22 points? Just super impressive.
So I mean, most of it was really just letting the offense kind of come to me. I feel like I'm more of a defensive player, who can really score. So I think not forcing it on offense and really just trying to get my open shots, looking for my three if I'm open, shooting it, and not just being hesitant. So I think that's what really helped with this game.
And then last question for me, 3 players with over 20 points. Do you feel like this offense is sort of starting to click into place in the way that you were thinking it would at the beginning of the season?
Well, yeah, Kayla, I think your stats might be a little off.
Yeah, I think it was 13, but
13,
I'll
okay.
take a 22.
Well, we did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people score double
Yeah.
digits, and pretty much almost everybody scored that got in the game. So that's really impressive. And Kayla, what do you think?
Sorry, can you repeat the question again? Sorry. Guys, putting me on the spot.
So as you're getting more players, more points on the
Oh, the
score
offense,
sheet,
yeah. Sorry, that was
how do you
really-
think like is the offense starting to click in the way that you thought it would, like getting into the season?
Yeah, I think last year, we had a completely different offense, mostly
Yeah.
just because it was kind of post-based and we have a lot of guards now. So I think now we're really starting to, go through the offense and really finding out how we can adjust with it. And I think that's what's been helping us. It has taken some time, but I think now everyone's starting to get into their groove and stuff. So I think we're kind of coming into it.
Perfect, thank you.
Great. Hey, you got anything to add before we leave?
Kayla, you? No, I'm good. I know, it's so funny.
All right, we gotta be done. We just make everything answer.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Thanks,
Yeah, Dan?
Yeah.
Or you gotta wait.
Oh,
Yeah, now I'm gonna ask Teya a question just because now she got up. So now I'm like, all right, now I can't let you get out of the room that quick.
Thank you.
Teya, when
Sorry.
when Kayla's talking about the guards and talking about how it's switched to a lot more guard play, and you're the post player. Obviously, you weren't here last year, but how has that forced you to adjust your game? Playing with guards and keeping up with them.
Yeah, I love it. I think these girls make me better and make me want to run harder and push harder. And it is a really fast team, so you have to run transitions harder. So just everything like that. So I think it's definitely made me play at a higher level.
Well, Coach, with you, I know the post and guards have always been, kind of your outside of the post, the guards have always been your cup of coffee for players. What have you seen from your guards in this growth and in this system that's helped you, get better?
I think that when they just play with pace, but slow down just a touch when we're in half court and play with that little extra level of effort and poise, I think this team is really, really good. It's just always getting, and that's always the hardest thing is knowing we want to push so hard in transition, but then we got to slow it down and really play very much so focused and with a high IQ in the half court. And like Kayla said, we are getting there. That's a work in progress, and it will always be, right? I'm probably never going to say, boy, I can't believe how smart we were today, because we're always going to be working on it. But I like the steps that we're continuing to make.
For everyone, from a minute standpoint, we're seeing, bench players get more minutes. So obviously, it doesn't mean, you shorten the bench or grow the bench. I don't know what the right term is for what you try to, for what it's, trying to do. But, even in a game, that's maybe not close to a 30-point lead, just what is it about having, players get on the floor and have them score that makes this so appealing to have, bench players with 18, 20 minutes?
Yeah, I think from my standpoint as a coach, experience is everything, right? So if these younger players and these newer players our team can get experience, that's just gonna build our future and also build what we have this year as well. And it just makes our chemistry really a lot better too.
Yeah. Kayla, because I gotta finish this with you because you had all the first, half dozen answers. Your your minutes have obviously bumped up too, coming from a depth position to having the 18 minutes off the bench. That off the bench just means you're not quote unquote in the starting five. But for you, what do you see when you come in and you've got that energy and you've got that defensive stand for you?
I think for me, it's just like making sure that I come in with energy and there's no kind of like depletion. So I think when I come in, it's more of like, okay, what is my team need out of me? Is it rebounding? Is it getting a stop? Is it scoring? So I just try to make sure that I do whatever I can in order to get a win, whatever
And
that is.
from a coach's standpoint, I know I can always count on Kayla to be like our energy giver. I know when she gets out on the floor, she's gonna be 100% going all out, and that's what she does every day in practice. So she shows
Just
that in
because she's from
practice.
Boston, that's what we do.
That's right.
The beam.
That's what we do. Thanks.
That must be what they do in Utah too.
No.
Something interesting.
I'm good.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you.